Welcome to another Black Myth Wukong boss tutorial video, and in today's video we're at the end of chapter 2 taking a look on how to bring down the Yellow Wind Sage. Now let's go over his moves and how we're going to defeat him. Most of his combos are going to be 4 attacks. This one here is 3 swipes with his trident before he slams it in the ground as the 4th attack. Another 4-hit combo he has is 2 swipes, a jump attack, and then finishing with a 3rd swipe. Or he'll do one where he just does 4 swipes, no jump attacks, no tridents coming out of the ground. He also has these ranged sonic boom attacks, which are great for getting perfect dodges on. And sometimes after a ranged sweeping attack, he'll follow it up by making more tridents come out of the ground. If you see him roar, he's going to summon a copy of Fubon, and if you don't know who Fubon is, you need to go watch more videos on my channel. The move you need to get comfortable with is this one here, the good old stab and stomp, where he stabs the ground with his trident and then stomps it with his foot. For the strategy I'm going to show you, this is the move that can wreck you most often, so getting used to it and learning how to dodge it is going to make this boss fight much easier. That strategy is to just try to stay close to his feet. Every time he attacked, I would dodge towards him, get a couple hits in, and then try to stand behind him. This dodged a lot of his attacks naturally. The one thing that could mess this up though was that stab and stomp move, so I was always keeping an eye on his trident like this and making sure I moved out of the stab and out of the stomp. Then I'd go right back in for a couple more hits. Getting in close and attacking is only half of it. You also have to dodge him, and perfect dodges come in a long way, especially if you're wearing the armor that says when you have 2 pieces you gain more focus for your perfect dodges. That's how I was able to gain 4 focus points here and unleash a giant heavy attack on him. For transformations, bring Guangqi the Firewolf, because his special move will set this guy on fire, doing even more damage. For your spirit, make sure to bring the big blue baby, because sometimes he can knock him onto the ground. And don't forget to bring the Wind Tamer to the fight. When he starts doing his whirly-dirly stuff, you can use the Wind Tamer to stop him in his tracks and make him dazed and confused for a long time. Enough time that you could bring out all your friends to attack him if you wanted. He can also make these giant sand illusions that jump all across the arena and attack you. Just try to dodge him as best you can until he comes back into his physical form. The other wind attack he has is making a tornado. Make sure you stay away from this thing unless you want to see what it does. Okay, fine, here you go. I accidentally touched the tornado. That's what it does. It throws you up in the air and slams you in the ground, and then it throws you up in the air again and puts you right into his hands so he can smash you. Speaking of smashing your face in, he can also kick you up into the air, then stab you into the ground, stomp on your face, and then kick you across the arena, so that's fun. And don't forget that all these sand illusions and wind attacks he have can automatically be shut down with the Wind Tamer. Now let's get into the actual fight. Let's start off the fight by using the Pluck of Many spell before we get into it, and then we go right into our pattern of trying to get perfect dodges and getting in a couple jabs. The reason I brought all my friends in is because they're going to start building focus for me also, and we can get up to that charged heavy attack quicker. Once we've gotten in a few light attacks and it looks like he's going to retaliate, that's when we're going to immobilize, because our duplicates are upgraded to do more damage if we do a second spell on this guy, and we want to build our focus all the way up to 4 points so we can smash his face in. Now that we're all charged up, unleash that charged heavy attack to smash his face in and send him to the ground. It's too bad all my duplicates disappeared, but luckily I've got the big blue baby so I can knock him back down for a little bit and keep on attacking. Now we're going to back off a little bit because I don't want to get stabbed or stomped, and then he starts doing his first of his wind attacks, but this isn't the one I want to use my Wind Tamer on. I'd rather wait for the illusions. Now that he's using his sand illusions, we're going to dodge them and wait for the right time so we don't get interrupted and can successfully use our Wind Tamer. This will stop all the sand wind nonsense and confuse him long enough so we can run over and start attacking him and build up to 3 focus points. My next move is to transform into the Firewolf so my monkey doesn't take damage, but the problem is I didn't unleash those 3 full focus points. You lose all your focus when you transform. Anyways, that's the lesson about focus points. Now that we're in the Guangqi Firewolf form, we build up our meter, then do a dodge followed by a heavy attack so that we can set the Yellow Wind Sage on fire and he'll start taking more damage. After the transformation, he throws his staff in the ground to start making a tornado, and while he's doing that, I know I've got a little time to get in there and punish him as long as I don't touch that tornado. And now that our immobilize spell is recharged, we're going to wait for him to try to attack and immobilize him during it, then we'll turn around and get in a bunch of attacks until we can build up 3 full focus points, followed by unleashing that 3 focus smash attack on him. We're real close to finishing the fight, so get in there and attack, but don't forget to keep an eye out for the stab and stomp move. And remember, you have Cloud Step you could slip into to get out of it. Then you can reposition yourself to get in close behind him and get in a couple more jabs before he can stab or stomp you again. And that, my friends, is how a monkey takes down a ferret. And your prize for bringing down the sage is the ability to craft this new Rat Sage staff. If you have any other tips, comments, or strategies, please leave them in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and obey.